Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to BWTM Sports Gaming. I have with us back in the house again, according to my good brother, who's on a podcast called Ultratech Sports. You know who he is. He says that I've got my mate in the room, Rylan Charlton. So, yes, Ultratech, I do have my mate in the room, Rylan Charlton, back. Okay, hold on a second. We're just waiting for Ryan to come back and we'll get started. Don't know what that was all about. There you are. There's the man himself.
I'm back.
I must have said too much to Ultratech. He's come in and tapped our line, but we're in now with Rylan Charlton in the house. Rylan, how are you doing? Yes, you're back, by the way. You are back.
I am indeed. Yeah, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. It's good to see you in the house again. So a fight's been announced. Yourself against the 10-0 unbeaten Luke Willis from Liverpool.
Yep.
How are you feeling about it?
Yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait to get back in there. I'm going to be fighting at my own weight for once. So, yeah, I'm really excited. Camp's going really well. And, yeah, just want to get in there and do the job now.
So tell us what you know of Luke Willis and how he came into the picture as your comeback fight. I mean, you know, people lose a fight and you're coming back and fighting another guy that's unbeaten. So, I mean, is this going to be a trend of yours, constantly fighting unbeaten fighters or what?
Yeah, I think because they know that I just don't mind getting in there and fighting anyone, they're making them exciting fights, which I don't mind because it is also the entertainment business. So I like to entertain. And, yeah, I'm just glad that it's a lighter weight and it's going to be, yeah, you're going to see the best of me at lightweight. Luke Willis, I mean, I don't really know a lot about him. I had a little look at him. Yeah, 10-0. He's never really boxed anyone. So he's not had a test. He's not much of a puncher by the looks at his record. He's more of a boxer. So yeah, I think I'm just going to just get to him and I'm gonna knock him out for sure.
I mean, one of the fights he fought, one of the guy had 12 wins and 263 losses. Just a thought about this. We do need journeymen in boxing, and I do understand the purpose of journeymen in boxing, but 263 losses. I mean, is there not? I mean, I wonder to myself sometimes, guys who box, and you know, they are a credit to the sport because some guys lose one fight, two fights, and they're packing in. These guys are fighting 263 losses. What keeps a guy like that going?
Well, he likes to fight, but unfortunately can't be that good at it. But I'm guessing they do need journeymen in the sport. And I do find myself fighting journeymen. It doesn't progress you that much. I feel like you need to fight someone who's coming to fight. Like I've not always fought the best people on my record, but they've never been. I don't think I've fought anyone that's lost any more than 10 fights, I don't think. Or I think most of the people I've boxed have got half decent records, I think. And I think it makes better fights.
Yeah.
Fight journeymen, and they're there just to lose. Basically, they're there just to run off and sort of give the other opponent a win on his record.
So you said that about journeyman, but they say that when you're starting out, it's good to fight journeyman because you get a lot of experience from it. Is that true?
Yeah, I suppose you get experience of getting in the ring and fighting in front of a crowd and learning how to control your adrenaline, I suppose. That's the only really thing you really learn. But if you've got someone that's in there and not really trying to win, then I can't see how you can learn that much. Really.
That's a valid point. But you've got a guy there that you try and nail with your best shot and you hit with your best shot and he's still there. That's an experience. And then, he's tricky. You can't land your big shot. Then you have got to think about other things and creative ways of landing your big shots. And so that's an experience.
Yeah, for sure. I do think you can learn with the journeyman, I suppose. But I just feel like I like 50-50 fights because they're more exciting. You want someone that's going to come and try and take my head off as well as me trying to take theirs. And it just gets more exciting, I think.
Yeah, but you had a fight with that guy, the guy before. We're not mentioning his name, but he did take your head off. You don't want that again. So literally talking about fighting guys who want to take your head off. I mean, I know boxers are not quite screwed on the right way anyway, but, you don't really want a guy that wants to take your head off literally again, do you? I mean, be careful what you ask for. You know what?
Too big, and that wasn't that fun, but I'll continue to go for it.
Yeah, so now in terms of training, now it's been a little while now of your training now. Where do you feel you've improved since obviously the defeat, and then you've been training because all the time you're training now? Where do you think you've come in terms of your development as a fighter, and what can people expect of you now in 2021?
They can expect a lighter, speedier, more powerful. I feel more powerful, to be honest, at a lighter weight. I feel so much quicker and so much more lighter on my feet. Before, I was so ploddy on my feet and just very slow, like getting to where I need to get. Like, I'm a come forward fighter, so pushing in when I was a welterweight. I was so lazy at it. Like, my feet weren't moving. And obviously, you need to get your feet there first before you get your hands there. So they're just going to see a totally different fighter, speedier, more powerful, more ferocious. I feel like I'm vicious at the moment. So I just an all-round better fighter. That
sounds good. The other thing is about your physique, because you are very muscular, and that's not a bad thing. But it's just things like when people see like that sort of muscular build, they automatically go to he's muscular. The lactic acid. Do you suffer from that sort of lactic acid with your muscle build? And is it based on weight training, or is it just more cardiovascular training and speed training that's giving you that build?
I suppose more cardio stuff, but I don't really feel like I've been affected that much from like fatigue or anything like that. I feel like I'm a bit of a freak of nature. I've always been so muscly and stuff, and I feel like I'm just used to boxing with these muscles, and it works, kind of thing. I don't find I feel fatigue or anything like that.
Because you do know of this. There are guys that have got big muscles, and down the stretch, you can see there the fatigue gets in after the guy, especially when they're explosive like that. Down the stretch, start to get tired because the lactic acid starts stiffening up in the muscles, and arms start to drop. And
I do a lot of stuff with my strength and conditioning trainer. Obviously, I don't lift any weights whatsoever. I look like I do.
See, there you go. I had to ask the question because the guys would think, he's pushing weights.
No, I never lift weights at all, and I never have lifted weights. As soon as all I've got to do is look at a weight, and I end up going like that, and I end up getting all big and stiff. So I don't do. My strength and conditioning coach, we do a lot of body weighted stuff, and different movement stuff, and mobility and stuff like that, just so I'm feeling loose and I'm not feeling so stiff and rigid. And I feel really good, kind of thing, especially at the lighter weight. I feel so much better.
I really want to go in depth because it's a great opportunity to do it with you. When you talk about the change of trainers, so I want to look at this drawing board because fighters always say, well, we're going back to the drawing board. Well, you've literally, as I said, changed trainers. So when you've gone back to the drawing board, what's been the difference between what you've done before in your training camp and how you'd set up with training and how you've done now? And you compare the two, Rylan Charlton. Say, if you were with the same trainer moving down to lightweight and you could see yourself in a parallel universe, you training after the Marco fight with the same setup and you training now with your new setup, compare and contrast.
So
what be going on parallel?
New trainer, I didn't get on too well where I was. I was living away from home, wasn't really a fan of it. So I have come back to my roots, come back to my old trainer. It's like I'm finishing off the rest of my camp at home in Norwich with my old trainer, but I've got a whole different team around me. So my trainer is boxing trainer, purely doing the boxing side of it. And I've then got my strength and conditioning trainer doing my fitness side of it. I've also got a nutritionist, a guy cooking my meals. I've got a whole new team around me. And I feel like this time round, compared to last time, it's so much more professional than before. Before I was kind of getting in there and just, it was just kind of winging it in a way. I felt like we were just training like a beast, training. Nothing was that specific. But now I'm working on different things with my strength and conditioning coach. We're working on mobility, power and strength. And then my boxing coach, we're learning on technique and the boxing side of things. So I feel like everyone's got their job roles and they're all absolutely smashing them. And yeah, I feel like this time it's just more professional.
So technically you're smashing it in the gym then?
Yeah, I am. I know everyone says that, all boxers say, oh, it's the best camp I've ever had and all that, but this has been, it's been very good. And everyone knows their job roles, everyone's sticking to them. And yeah, I'm improving rapidly.
So when you talk about boxing coaching, I'm gonna ask you, and sorry for doing this, come forward fighters. What have you done? And I know you do move your head, so I can't say you take jabs for a living. So what have you done specifically? Now you're going to be fighting a southpaw, so you've got a straight left hand to look out for in Luke Willis. What have you done in this camp? Obviously, the southpaw style. What's your trainer been working with you on to make you that much better for this fight?
So we've just been working on footwork, and like, I'm always going to be a come forward fighter. It's just getting there educatedly and correctly. So instead of just walking forward, plodding there and throwing like silly shots, is quick, covering that ground as quick as possible, pushing him back. So we're going phase 1, phase 2, stuff like that, and just make sure we're pushing like, the feet, getting the feet there and then letting the hands go, instead of just throwing the hands and trying to get them there, doing it all very educatedly. Quick, speeding my feet up is the main thing.
Okay, so now moving from the welterweight division down to the lightweight division. So like, obviously the guys you were fighting before were physically, naturally, because some of them are coming from middleweight down to welterweight. So when they're throwing those punches at you, there is a significant effect. Now going down to lightweight, does that mean that you are able to absorb punches better now because you're at a lower weight? Is that an assumption that's the case or not?
I hope so, but I think that anyone that puts on them 8-ounce gloves, and especially when they're speedier, they're gonna hurt. So, and it's not the shots it's the shots you see coming, you get knocked out by. So, more likely, lightweight, I need to be more careful because they're speedier. But I do think I probably have less of an effect on me, I suppose, because Marco was supposed to be a strong puncher, and I took what he gave me pretty well. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll do with it all right.
Psychologically, now you're coming back. Do you have any apprehension coming back? I know you're a new weight division. It's your weight division. You're comfortable in that because now, you know what? I thought a heavier division. Now I'm coming down lighter. So that do you just mark that defeat as, well, you know what? I was a heavyweight. I was heavy at that weight, but now I'm back in my weight division. That fight is a miss. Or do you say to yourself, okay, yeah, it was heavier, but I've still got a hell of a lot to learn because of that defeat?
Yeah, I've always got a lot to learn. I'm going to continue learning, but I do feel like the loss to Marku wasn't just the weight. It was the whole camp that I had wasn't the best I've ever had. But it was, yeah, the weight played a massive part. But now I'm at lightweight. I do feel more comfortable. I feel like, yeah, this is better. I feel like an actual boxer. I'm dieting. I'm making weight like a boxer has to do. I've never had to make weight before, but I'm enjoying doing it. It's all new to me, and it's more exciting this time round.
Absolutely, absolutely. So now you're fighting this fight against Luke Willis. Luke has said himself that this is his big opportunity. The opportunity for him to beat Rylan Charlton. Then he gets, the exposure that he's been wanting for 5 years. What do you take from what he says there?
Yeah, it's true. This is his. This could be his coming out night, or it could be his going back to his day job. It's one or the other. Like, he could come out and be like and beat Rylan Charlton, and then Luke Willis is the big name, or he's going back to his day job, that's what he's going to be doing. It's a risky fight for him, but he's got to take a risk. I mean, he's similar to me, 29. He's 10-0. I mean, where's he going? He's got to fight someone and got to get his name out there, and this is his opportunity. So, yeah, he better have trained hard for it.
Are you A side or B side? Do you see yourself as the A side, even though it's got to be mentioned, A side, B side? That's the world we're in today, Rylan. You know that, I know that. So are you the A side in this or what? He's unbeaten. He's 10-0.
Yeah, I think he's from Liverpool, so he's probably the A side. Let's have all of his fans there. But I mean, Matchroom, they've done me a favour. They've put me in with a geezer who's 10-0, never boxed anyone, and he's got feather fists and at lightweight. So it's a 50-50, I'd say. He's going to be probably the A side because he's from Liverpool, but I mean, they've fed him to the pint-sized powerhouse, and he hasn't got any power. So I feel like they've both of fate.
I pray this is not a meme that's going to go viral afterwards. You say he's got no power, and then, let's pray that's not the case. But you see these guys, though, that it can be very deceptive, because if they fight guys who are usually durable and lots of journeymen that take a good shot, then their punch power can be underrated. But again, 10-0 with one KO, is it? Or it was a TKO as well. So I guess, yeah. But being at Liverpool, let's keep it real here. We've got to keep it real. That's BWTM for you. But you're at Liverpool on a comeback fight, the away fighter in Liverpool. He's undefeated. You're not. If this wasn't Rylan Charlton, this was any other night with any other fight, I'd be saying, well, you know what? That guy's fighting away from home. He has lost a fight before. The other guy's 10-0. So whose career would they be pushing? The guy who's 10-0 or the guy who's 6-1? You always push the guy who's 10-0. If you're looking at it like that. Mm-hmm. Do you have any concerns that if this fight goes to points and it's difficult nailing him, that they may give the decision to him because he's the hometown fighter? It's in Liverpool.
I can promise you, if it goes to points, he's going to win, because he will outpoint me, because he's that speedy kind of boxer. But there's no chance that's going to points. You cannot run for 10 rounds without getting hit from me. Even Marku, we only went to 8, but he still went on his ass. So I feel like there's no chance he's going to escape.
So you're looking for the knockout?
I'm not looking for it, but it's going to come. It will 100% come.
Okay, and you're looking to make a statement here to the lightweight division?
Yeah, I'm going to take over this lightweight division.
So when you're talking about the lightweight division itself, okay, after this fight, we don't want to look past it, but going the way you expect it to go, who would be next on the calendar for you? Surely you and Eddie would have kind of mapped out, had some sort of conversations.
Yeah, I'm not really sure, to be honest. I don't really know the lightweight division too much, but I don't really mind. Just as long as they're going to be having a title or they have something, I want it, kind of thing.
So you want a title? That's what you want to be going now.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So we're talking area title, English title,
English. So
British
this
title.
fight is an English title eliminator.
This fight is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's good.
So we'll be getting the title with the next couple of fights.
Yeah, get past this geezer, and you're well on your way, aren't you?
Yep.
Fantastic. So, in closing, obviously there's a big fight this weekend, Joshua versus Usyk. Mm-hmm. Any thoughts on that fight?
It is an interesting fight because obviously both gold medalists, so they've both got the skill there. Joshua's a lot bigger, so you really see skill against power. So I think Usyk could pull it off, but he just can't afford to get hit by Joshua because Joshua's massive. So it's gonna be interesting. But I just do think Joshua will probably be a bit too strong for him.
Okay. And also, before I close, Luke Campbell, as we were talking the last time we did an interview, the day after he announced his retirement.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was a bit of a shock.
I was coming for him.
You were coming for him. That's what it is. He went into retirement because of you.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's use this opportunity for you to thank sponsors and people who have been your trainer. There you go. Roll call. There you go.
My sponsors, there's quite a lot of them. So
go on.
List them off, but let's go. So we've got Fire Snuff. We've got Assembled Scaffolding. We have We Solve All. We've got Harmony Consultant Group. We've got Guildways. We've got Rui Strength and Conditioning. We have got DP Boxing. We have got Minton Care Home. We have got, I think that's all of them. I think if I've missed someone out, I apologise, but thank you all.
Make sure it's not your biggest sponsor and you've missed out.
I think I've covered them all. I think I did.
Okay, Rylan Charlton, thank you so much once again for being on BWTN Sports. We really appreciate you, and we look forward to seeing you in Liverpool, October 9th. Oh, main event. Fowler or Smith?
Oh God, I think probably I'm going to say Fowler. I'm going to go for it.
Okay, you're going with Fowler.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. Again, Rylan Charlton, thank you so much for talking to BWTM Sports Gaming. We appreciate you so much, and we look forward to hearing from you after the fight and a successful KO win.
Thank you very much. Nice to speak to you.
Yeah, more than welcome.